Let me show you another very unique and interesting place here in Alton, Ontario on July the 16th, 2010. Here with me is Jeremy Grant, co-owner with his brother of the Alton Mill, a wonderful artist center right here behind me. Originally a woolen mill from the 1880s, was a rubber factory at some point, and the two of you have actually turned it into an artist center. So lots of different kind of studios in there, and there's also a part that celebrates the industrial heritage of this place. But where we are here now, tell me a little bit about this particular structure.
This is a custom-made piece of sculpture by a local artist named Bev de Young.
Okay.
And it is a gate.
Oh, really?
I'll open it up.
Yeah.
And we'll walk through it.
Isn't that cool?
And if you look at it, it's in the form of a woman.
Yeah.
Perhaps enjoying a bath or
That's
maybe
what
swimming.
It looks like, yeah.
There's an element of water. And that's for sure an element of peace and serenity.
Peace and tranquility, yeah.
And
for sure.
the gate with the finger pointing helps guide the person
to the water.
Yes.
Because the water's back here.
And as we walk through the gate, we'll be passing by a brand new part of the building. This actually is new to our right.
This is new.
The Pond Gallery.
Pond Gallery.
And it has vaulted ceilings inside and is a beautiful space as an art gallery overlooking the mill pond. Very nice. Another sculpture that we have that was part of a sculpture exhibition staged last fall, the fall of 2009. It's a beautiful piece by Floyd Elzinga called Hope. Yeah. And it integrates, again, the idea of water, nature, and serenity. Exactly. It's gorgeous. Right in front of this beautiful mill pond here. So it fits in perfectly with the nature and the water and all that type of stuff. Nice. Oh, I see some sculptures here in the background as well. Kind of silver metal colored shapes. These sculptures are the four pieces that constitute the sculpture. Okay. And it's called Tai Chi. Tai Chi. Okay. That's interesting. As we get closer, you'll see that they actually are a little bit flexible. They're on a solid aluminum base. Yeah. And are they metal? They're metal. And they're actually, you can, when you touch them, they can move a little bit. Really? That's cool. I'm going to have to try that. Tai Chi. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're quite flexible actually. They move quite a bit. Ah, you switched something on over there. Let's see what that is. Oh, that is interesting. There was a series of sculptures brought in the fall of 2000. Yeah. A series of them were produced by Roy Hickling, an Ontario sculpture artist. Yeah. This is one of his pieces that was at the mill, and it's still here. A number of other pieces, including one that was suspended over the waterfall, created quite a, not a stir, but a lot of people were astounded by the notion of incorporating steel. In this case, what is the thing in the middle? This is a little bit of a play on the whole automotive industry. It is, because it's all the car names. Every car, it's Cavalier, Park Avenue, mostly North American car names. And what it's symbolizing, I suppose, is the dominance of the auto industry around the world. In the whole world, that makes perfect sense. Exactly. What a neat sculpture. And there's something else with a global theme, a globe. Now, we're maybe viewing it from the wrong side here? That's right. Okay. There's this piece, again, all of Roy Hickling's pieces at the mill were, had a theme of global consideration, global examination, and looking at the world as an entity, as opposed to the small parts of the world. Exactly. So this piece, as well as the other one, is situated in a part of the building called the Annex. Yeah, I was going to ask you what this is, because this is obviously, it was a building before, but it has no roof anymore. Yes, that's right. It's a 4,000 square foot building. It was the original wool warehouse. When it was a woolen mill, wool was brought here, including some supply of wool came from Scotland, and it was stored in this building. Really? And about 15 years ago, due to lack of heat and non-use of the building, the roof had to be removed.
Yeah, yeah.
And a year and a half ago, actually no, not quite that long, about a year, the stone walls were completely repointed and restored.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
By a stonemason crew.
Again, field stone. That's what it looks like. Very nice, and obviously the cap at the top to make sure it doesn't deteriorate from the top.
The cap is a huge integral part of the restoration.
Yeah, that's got to be important. Now, take me over, please, to the actual mill building.
Straight ahead of you, there's two features that you'll see that are really interesting. One is the chimney.
Yes.
And the chimney is the exhaust vent, if we could call it that, from the original coal boiler.
Okay.
This building, when it was built, the heating system for not only this building, but most of Ontario was coal.
Yeah,
so that was the exhaust chimney.
Oh, really?
And a year ago, we finished the restoration of the chimney. We brought down the total height by about 30 feet because the top 30 was quite deteriorated.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But again, it was fully restored and repointed and a beautiful new roof put on it.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And beside it is a brand new structure that was designed...
The staircase?
...to be a fire escape.
Oh!
And so fire escapes can either be utilitarian and not beautiful, or utilitarian and beautiful.
And you know what's actually amazing is it works completely with rectilinear lines. There's nothing ornate about it, but it's still beautiful.
And the view from the platform is quite nice.
Yeah, it must be.
We've had quite a few people use that as a space for photography.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And in fact, one of our promotional pieces, we use a photo of this done by a local photographer.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Well, in the next clip, we're going to come back. We're going to explore the annex a little bit from inside and then have a look at this bigger tower as well. Thanks, Jeremy.
My pleasure.